Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another secondhand find haul. I have been collecting all of my stuff for the past, when did my last one go up? Maybe 2 months ago, I think? Since that last video anyway. Yeah, it must have been like 2 months. I filmed it just after Christmas. It's going to consist of the main stuff that I always show. Like I said previously, I don't go out to buy things to show on camera. I buy things that I like, use and need. So previously I've mentioned in the past about the Honesty Library in Norwich. If you're not familiar with the concept, I don't know if they're like nationwide, but there's this empty unit in a shopping centre and it's full of bookshelves, and you can go there and either swap a book, so say you finish one, you want to get a new one, just swap it, or you can donate it, or you can literally just take all your old books that you don't want anymore, and instead of taking them to a charity shop, you can take them to the Honesty Library. It's a really good service. It's not run by anyone, it's completely like empty, there's no staff, and I love it. So the thing that I found there this time was Paddington. I've never found a Paddington book like this in a charity shop, I don't think. And I'm obviously going to now try and start the collection. So this is Paddington at the Carnival. It's a really good book. I love Paddington anyway, just through the illustrations. I think they're beautiful. It's a bit grown up for P and it's a little bit long, but I've read it to her before and trying to get her involved with it. She seemed to enjoy it. So the story is basically where Paddington goes on this hunt to find things that begin with B. So it's very educational, I think, without the child. Wow, I am now orange. It's educational without the child really knowing that they're learning things. So yeah, charity shop, and they had a deal where it was 6 books for £1. I wanted, I think, 3 or 4 of them, and I was like, well, I may as well just add it to the bundle. So I found her a Peppa Pig book. She doesn't really need this one, but again, just to sort of bump up the deal. It is quite well loved and quite tatty, but she doesn't have this one, and like I said, she's obsessed with Peppa. So got Tiny Creatures. And then the reason why I wanted to get the deal are for these ones, because we have been collecting the Maisie books. She absolutely loves Maisie. She's got quite a lot of them now, actually, quite colourful. So we've got Maisie Goes to the Hospital. And if you aren't familiar, they're just, like I said, they're just really bright and colourful books. This one's got, I don't get it. Honestly, if P were to graffiti her books, like, why do children do this? She's recreated Maisie, this child that had this book. Can you see that? I'm now like completely washed out. But yeah, no scribbles in the actual book. So I mean, I take that back. There's scribbles at the front of the book. And the other one is Camping. I like this one. I've read this one to her before. It's quite funny. It's like they're counting and going into the tent and stuff, and how they all don't fit or whatever. I saw this one and I've seen this be read on CBB. Sometimes they do like story time and stuff. And this is Lost and Found by Oliver Jeffers. And this is a beautiful book. I think I might put this away for the book advent. It just is really pretty illustrations. And I thought like penguin stuff would be quite apt, obviously, for Christmas. Just really like it. It's a little bit long, so I think at Christmas time, yes, I'm talking about Christmas in March, I feel like it would go down quite well for her. So I haven't read it, I don't know what it's about. I just liked the illustrations. It reminded me, when I was small, I had a book about a penguin that I actually want to buy, and it was called Penguin Small by Mick Inkpen. Is that his name? Let me know if you've read Penguin Small. It's a lovely story about a penguin that can't fly. And then I found a Julia Donaldson that I've never heard of before. Freddie and the Fairy. So it's a Julia Donaldson that's done by a different illustrator. Like, is it Wake Up Do, Lydia Lou or something like that? I haven't read it. Don't know what it's about. Just saw Julia Donaldson. I was like, well, I'll have you as well. It's about a fairy. Don't know. So we've got that one, and then the other one that I picked up, I don't really know why I got it, if I'm being completely honest. I thought it would be good to sort of keep P entertained, and that is the Osborne Baby and Toddler Treasury, rhymes, stories and activities to share with little children. So in the next month or so, we have got Easter coming up. So anything that I can do to potentially keep myself sane is something I'm going to do. So we've got lots of stories in here, and then there's lots of activities and things, lots of action nursery rhymes. So for example, here you go. This is probably something you can get from the library anyway. Funny faces, so like just crafty bits that you can do with your toddlers. Smiley spiders, I think P would quite like to do that. What else have we got? Paper flowers. See, I'm new to the whole craft stuff. Twinkly stars, it's all very like easy stuff. And then there's like lots of like learning things as well, shapes, colours and things like that. And P's really getting into like shapes, colours and letters, and now the sun's gone in, so I'm now a completely different colour. So we've got that. That is all I got book-wise for P. So the first toy that I have for P is actually this from Ellie. I brought it off her. She ended up with duplicates. She got a bundle with one of these in, and it's a Sylvanians car. So I think I paid, I think she wanted £4 for it, £4.50. I can't remember what she wanted. But I'm actually going to put this away for Christmas. She doesn't actually reach for her Sylvanians at the moment. She got a set for her birthday, I think. But this thing like opens up. And then you've got like a little seat in there for a baby. You've got a table. I think the wheel, yeah, the wheel moves. And then, oh, that's it. This comes out, and this is like a little bench. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure she's going to love it. But I'm not going to give it to her yet. I'm just going to hold off until later on in the year. Like, I slightly lost my mind, which I'm sure you're all not surprised about. In one of my vlogs earlier on in the year, I showed P getting Shopkins. And you were all like, oh, now you've started a collection, like good luck sort of thing. Yeah. Why are they so addictive? Like, me and my collective personality, you all know what I'm like. Throwing Shopkins into the mix when there's like 150 per series or whatever the ridiculous number is. Honestly, my child's obsessed. When I watch Shopkin blind bags, sit and watch people opening Shopkins, and they're just like, I got that one at home. Like, it's literally just destroying my brain. So me being the top parent that I am, found a bundle on Facebook. I hate the whole Facebook marketplace thing. I hate going to people's door with cash. I just don't like it. It makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable. But I did it for the sake of the child and my sanity. And I got her a whole load of Shopkins stuff. So, right, I've got quite a bit to show. So, the bundle I got, I think it had maybe like 80 Shopkins. This isn't all of them, and they didn't come in this tin. This is just a tin that I've acquired. These are Shopkins. If you don't know what Shopkins are, if you're of the age of not having children, or your children have grown up and missed the craze, they're these plastic little things that serve no purpose in life other than, I don't even know. P likes to make cakes with them. I don't even know, she plays with them. I've got some from like Happyland Place, no, what is it called? Shopkins Happy Places or something. There's different seasons. And like, you just get cakes, like they've all got different names. Like this one, for example, is called Dennis Bat because it's a bat. Like, that, it's just weird. She absolutely loves it. So I got her a bundle of Shopkins. Some of these I brought myself. Some of them came in the like in the little bundle. I can't remember what was what, but she has got, if you are into Shopkins, she's got some ultra rares. Look, you see this? I mean, it's supposed to be a firework, but it's like metallic. So she's got a whole load of Shopkins, and then with that bundle came 2 carry cases, which I thought she would enjoy using. If I'm being completely honest, she's not that bothered about sort of, I thought she'd like to put them to bed, because she likes doing that with other things, but she doesn't really play with these. So I might sell these on, I'm not too sure. It might be something that she enjoys sort of in the year's time. So she's got these 2, so like I said, the characters and these 2 cost £15, which is quite good. I think Shopkins can be really overpriced. So she's got those, and then my friend Rosie, her little girl had Shopkins, has now grown out of them. She is 7, I think. And then she's got another little one called Darcy, who's not even 1 yet. So Rosie said to me, have Emily's Shopkins and let P play with them. Make sure you know which ones are mine, and then when Darcy's of the age, so in like 2 years time, give them back to her. So I've got Shopkins on loan for like 2 years basically. So she also gave me a carry case, and the little shelf things have come out. So we've got this carry case, which obviously I'll keep and look after for Rosie, and then we got some other like little accessories. I don't even know what this is. I think it might be a fridge, I don't know. And like you display your Shopkins. He prefers the smaller things, so she likes this. And then I've literally just got bags and bags of Shopkins. So obviously I didn't pay for these ones because they're on loan per se. But Rosie put in this little car thing, which a couple of you have recommended. A couple of you mentioned about this. There's the roof that's in one of these bags as well. But you can put like a little Shopkin in there, and it's like a metal car. P loves like just driving this around on carpet. It makes no sense, but she just loves little things like this. These things are really expensive normally. So we've got we've got more Shopkins that look like this. Honestly, my child is just Shopkins obsessed. This one is one of P's favourites from Rosie. It's a little burger box. I don't know where the burger is. It's in one of the bags. She just loves them. So I have enough Shopkins to now last her the craze. They are everywhere in my house, and it's just painful, absolutely painful, but it's what she enjoys. So they are the Shopkins and everything that I have got for P this time round. I don't really go into charity shops that often anymore, if I'm being completely honest. I don't really need anything, and to be honest, I don't really have the room or space for it all. I need to move on quickly to things that I've got for myself. What should I start with? I might start with books, just because I have quite a lot. I don't really know what happened, because I've been reading my Kindle for the past 2 months, and I have a massive carrier bag full of books and more and more. I literally don't even remember buying all of these books. It's insane. First one is Jill Mansell, This Could Change Everything. I haven't read a Jill Mansell book in over a year. The last time I read one was just before my uncle died. Don't know why I remember that, but I do. It was a pivotal point in my life. I read a hardback of Jill Mansell's. Which one was it? You and Me Always. Don't really remember what happened in the book, if I'm being completely honest. I have got all of Jill Mansell's books. She was just an author I started to collect, and I've now finished a collection, but I never reached for her books. I feel like her books are targeted at the older reader of like the chick lit genre. She's just not someone that I reach for. However, I've got this one anyway. 50p for a hardback, and I've got a couple of Jill Mansell hardbacks, and I liked the orange, so that is why I picked that one up. Leave me a comment below, let me know if you've read many Jill Mansells. I've read like 3 or 4, but like I said, she's not an author that I reach for at the moment. Talking of an author that I don't actually reach for, but I ended up buying, I want to say, I think I've got 4, and that's Katie Fforde. Again, I own pretty much all of her books and haven't read a single one. It's an issue I have. Once I start a collection, I have to finish it. Like I said, I have an addictive personality, and I just can't help myself. I got this one from the Honesty Library. I think I donated like 20p, I'm not gonna lie and say that I paid more, because I didn't. But this one is the Katie Fforde, The Christmas Stocking and Other Stories. I just got it because it was there. It's a Christmas one, add it to the collection. The other ones I got, I found in a charity shop when I think it was just after payday, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to buy them because they're only 99p each. So that's what I did. I got 3. So I got Wild Designs. This one sounds weird. It's about a woman called Althea, and one of her children's a Buddhist. I don't really know. I'm going to put it there so you can pause it. This is probably one that I will potentially never read. But yeah, that was Wild Designs. Picked up another one which is called Restoring Grace. I'll turn that over and you can pause that if you feel like you want to read that. This one sounds good. It's like restoring a home, I think. And then the other one is Practically Perfect, which looks like that. That's about an interior designer. So they are my Katie Ffordes that I have found. I've literally almost got the whole collection. Let me know if you've read a Katie Fforde. and if you think I'd enjoy it. Again, I have the perception that it's based or like targeted for the older chick lit genre, which is why I haven't reached out to it. I need to try one and see how I go with them, but let me know which one you think I should start with. That's probably the best idea. Picked up a Heidi Swain. This one was her Christmas release for 2018, and again, I've got all of her books, so I needed to add to the collection. I haven't read a Heidi Swain in a really long time, about a year. I read her first one and I didn't continue. The one thing that puts me off about these books is that you sort of have to read them in publication order, like chronologically. They aren't related in any way, like it's not like a series, but the characters are intertwined into each story. So because of that, it sort of put me off reading them. I don't know why. One of my friends in book club, Katie, she loves them all. She's met Heidi Swain herself, like she's been to signings and stuff and raves about her books, and I did enjoy the first one. I just haven't gone out of my way to read the other ones at the moment, so I do need to do it. I'm gonna make that my point to maybe read like another 2 this year of hers. No, Rue, go away. So this one is Heidi Swain, Snowflakes and Cinnamon Swirls at Winter Wonderland. This was £1. Again, from the Honesty Library, I found this one. This is a Catherine Elliott. I had one of hers, and I want to say I unhauled it. I think I did. I did, yeah, I don't have that anymore. But this one sounded good. This one is called About Last Night. Like I said, I don't know if I've said it already, I got it from the Honesty Library. Rue! Honestly, this cat. It says, Molly has traded London for a dream home in the country, except it was her husband's dream, not hers. And David is, well, rather dead now. So when a distant relative leaves her London townhouse, Molly is ready to quit the good life and return to her good life. But there's a rather tall and handsome problem, a man who's already living in Molly's new house. And when a face from her past reappears, she no longer is quite sure where she belongs. Does any of the men in Molly's life have honourable intentions? Is she ready to ditch muddy wellies for high heels, or is she saying goodbye to the delights of the country life too soon? I thought it sounded quite good, so I'm going to give it a go. So again, let me know if you've read a Catherine Elliott. I found Gail Foreman. This is a YA book. I've been really into YA recently, like the past month. The sun is ruining my video. The past month, I'd say that's all I've really read is YA. I haven't reached for any chick lit recently. And Gail Foreman is the author of, was it called If I Stay? It was, I've got the books, haven't read them though. And they were turned into a film with Chloe Grace Moretz or whatever her name was. I think that's her. This one says, they lost their way but they found each other. Freya has lost her voice while recording her debut album, the one that's supposed to propel her stardom. Harun has lost the love of his life, and now he's decided to run rather than confront the truth. Nathaniel has lost everything. He's alone in New York City with a desperate plan and nothing left to lose. When a fateful accident draws these 3 strangers together, their secrets start to unravel, and they begin to understand that the way out of their own loss might just lie in helping others out of theirs. I found one of my favourite books I read last year, and I recommend it to everyone. I got it from the library last year, and I found it in the charity shop, which is so rare because I've said it before. Danny Atkins. She is an incredible author, one of my faves. Anything she writes is just so powerful and just so special. My cat's about to ruin. Honestly, this one was so good. This one was my favourite. I thought it was just so good. After like the first 2 chapters, you're instantly hooked. You want to know what happens. It says Emma Marshall can't wait to marry her childhood sweetheart Richard, but then a tragic accident changes everything and introduces a stranger, Jack, into her life. Gorgeous and mysterious, Jack is like no one Emma has met before, but Richard is the man she loves. The blurb does nothing for the story. It was so, like I said, it was just a special story, and you follow Emma going through this horrific time in her life and not knowing what to do, and it was just beautiful. I highly recommend it. The ending, when I first read it, I wasn't a massive fan of, and I spoke to Emma, a girl from my book club, and I was like, not too sure, but now I look at it on reflection, it just gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. If you can read any books from what I'm talking about today, read this one. It was beautiful and I just loved it so much. I'm slowly getting there. I'm sorry if I'm boring you to tears. Page Turn. Finally got my hands on this one. I refused to pay $7.99 on Amazon. I'm not paying that. This book is like almost 10 years old, I think. Yeah, 2009. It's 10 years old. I'm not paying $7.99. Sorry, I'm not doing it. I have been after this book for 2 years now, and I've never found it in supermarkets. I've never found it in charity shops. I've seen the old cover, which was vile, and because I've collected them all, I have them all in this style. Never found it. And then I went on Music Magpie and they had it. So this was $2.99, I think. I can't remember, it was so long ago when I got it. And I finally have it, Chasing Daisy. This is one I'm really excited to read. Like I've said previously, I put off reading my page. What can you see in the garden? It's a pigeon. Go away. Roo, honestly. Oh no, it's not, it's a cat. Oh God, there's a cat in the garden and Roo is literally about to go skits. Oh, okay, she's off. She's gonna go protect her house. Yeah, I put off reading my Page Turn books just because they are so special and they're so amazing, and I don't like to read them all at once. I like to be able to stagger them. I'll read the blurb of this one and then I'm not reading the blurb of any more because I'm just not doing it. Daisy Rogers is in love, and that's no good thing. It's not just that her very famous ex is neither out of sight nor out of mind, but that the man of her dreams, William Trust, has a girlfriend. A childhood sweetheart, no less. And as a Formula 1 racing driver, he puts his life at risk every day and goes to work. From Melbourne to Monte Carlo to Sao Paulo to Singapore, Daisy and her best friend Holly travel the world as hospitality girls on the Grand Prix scene. But with more secrets between them and Paris Hilton's shoes, life promises that nothing to be nothing shorter than of a whirlwind. I just think it sounds really good. I've never read anything about Formula 1 before. I love Formula 1, and the series just dropped on Netflix, which I can't wait to go and watch. It's like a 10-episode series of like behind the scenes of Formula 1, which I think is going to be epic. I think it sounds really good. I've never heard of like a chick lit book set around the Grand Prix, and I think it's going to be really interesting to read. Let me know if you've read this and let me know your thoughts. I'm really excited to read it, and I'm so happy that I finally have this on my shelf. I now own every Page Turn apart from her Jessie Jefferson series, which is YA, which I'm still trying to find. So yeah, Page Turn. I'm almost finished on the books. I do apologise, but I don't at the same time. How many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I blame my book club for this because they got suggested to me. I read one, bloody loved it, and I got loads. So here we go. We have got Jane Fallon. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Jane Fallon before. She's never been recommended to me before in the comments, so when I saw it on Instagram I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. So good, so good. So the one that I read was Faking Friends. This was incredible. I just loved it. I read it with Emmy. I talk about Emmy all the time. We read books together. And it was just great. It was funny and I really, really enjoyed it. So Jane Fallon, if you aren't aware, is the long-term girlfriend of Ricky Gervais. So I've read one book. I don't know what all of the others are like. But she's just... there's just so much humour within her books and behind the writing that I really enjoyed. This one is about a girl called Amy who is currently chasing her dreams, becoming like an actress, but not like a mainstream actress, in New York. And she comes home to surprise her boyfriend for her friend's 40th birthday party. She goes back home whilst her boyfriend's out. They've been together for, I think it was 5 or 6 years they've been together. She goes back to their apartment as a surprise and finds a woman's suitcase in her bedroom and stuff everywhere. I think she's been out of home for like 7 months, and then she goes to a B&B and she's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is some woman staying in my home? She puts 2 and 2 together and realises that her fiance is cheating on her. Then find out that her fiance that is cheating on her is actually sleeping with her best friend, Melissa, the lady that's 40th birthday was. And it's the story from there. So that's no spoilers, it's all on the blurb. And we just see Amy having the carpet ripped up from underneath her feet, not knowing what to do, not knowing whether to go back to New York and just hide or stay in London and figure things out. I just really enjoyed it. There's not, like, when I read books like this, you have like a love interest and you think it's going to go one way, but with this it didn't go like in a particular direction. It was really interesting. I love the relationship she had with like her other friends. We see backstories. It was just really well written. I can't remember what I gave it on Goodreads. I think I gave it a 5 out of 5, but I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. But it was fantastic, so I loved it so much that I went out and got pretty much all the other ones. I only need to get 2 more now. I think I need 2 more to finish the collection. So I highly recommend Jane Fallon. She's not, sometimes, I don't like to say it, but sometimes some chick lit writers are like frumpy, if that makes any sense to you. But these ones weren't. These are just great, light-hearted. I read this in a day. And this is 440 pages, so it's quite a lot, and I just smashed through it, and I love the cover as well. So that's Jane Fallon's Faking Friends. I then got Strictly Between Us, which is this one. This is about a lady that finds out that her best friend's husband is potentially having an affair. Then she ropes in someone to try and find out the goss, and then it turns all on them, I think. So that one sounds good, Strictly Between Us. And then I got this one, which is called My Sweet Revenge. Looks like that. I'll turn that over. They all just sound really good and really current. So I got those 3 on worldofbooks.com. The time when I ordered them, they were 3 for 2, so I got them. They were $2.99 each. I paid like £5 something for 3 of them. I couldn't find them in charity shops. I've never found a Jane Fallon in a charity shop. And then I went back and I ordered another 3, so again on World of Books, so it would have been like £5 something for the 3. These ones are the slightly older covers, which I'm not a massive fan of, but hey ho. And so we've got Jane Fallon's Skeletons, and then that is the blurb. I'd be here all day if I were to read the blurb, so I do apologise. The Ugly Sister. I hate this cover. What an awful cover. Look at her face. Does she really make you want to read the book? No. That's that one. And then the other one is The Foursome. 2 couples, 4 best friends, a million little lies. I like the sound of that. And then that's the blurb. Then the final one that I've got is, I actually found at the Honesty Library, which I could not believe I found it, and this is one that everyone raves about. It's very well loved, and that is Getting Rid of Matthew. I think this is the first one. When Matthew, Helen's lover of the past 4 years, finally decides to leave his wife Sophie and their 2 daughters and move into Helen's flat, she should be over the moon. The only trouble is she doesn't want him anymore. Now she has to figure out way to get rid of him. Plan A, stop shaving your armpits and your bikini line. Buying continence pads and leave them lying around. Stop having sex with him. Plan B, accidentally on purpose bump into his wife Sophie. Give yourself a fake name and identity. Befriend Sophie and actually begin to really like her. Snog Matthew's son, who is the same age as you, by the way. You're not a paedophile. Befriend Matthew's child unsuccessfully. Watch your whole plan go absolutely wrong. Getting rid of Matthew isn't as easy as it seems, but along the way Helen will forge an unlikely friendship, find real love, and realise that nothing ever goes exactly to plan. It just sounds epic, and like I said, just reading the blurb of that, they're just funny books. They're a funny chick lit, not too deep, not anything. It's just like, it's escapism in a book for me, and they're great. So I can't wait to read one of those. I'm actually going to make a Jane Fallon a book club pick, probably for April and May. I will put it, I don't know where I'll put it, on my Instagram, Book Club with Jess. Go and follow that, and we'll decide what book is going to be what for April. Right, I've got puzzles to show, and then I'm going to go because I've been talking for so long and I need a wee. So, like I said in my last second-hand finds haul, I've been obsessed with puzzles. I have 5 this time. I've already done 1. I just love a good puzz, and they're great. They make me happy. I like to be able just to sit on the floor and do my puzzles whilst watching telly at night time. My goal for this year is to do 12 puzzles, so a puzzle a month. I'm slightly behind schedule. I'm now on my 3rd one, but I've only just started it and I'm halfway through March. So I got this one, which is the one that I've completed. This one was £1.50. This is the first ever wash jig, and this one's called Sunday Drivers. I really liked this one, and something that made it really special for me is when I got it, the person that had it before me, or however old, actually took a photo and developed it. Things like this, it just makes me happy. It's so special that someone, like an old lady, went out of her way to take a photo of the puzzle completed, and she printed it off and then she put it in her puzzle box. Like, things like this, it's just sentimental to me. And the sofa in the background is just, look at this. Can you see the floral sofa? So it's actually a good example. Like I've said previously, this puzzle here, this is not what you make. You make what these people see. I don't know if you can see that. Like, this man is like shocked. So what I actually did was this. So everything is in the same position. They're just great. I love wash jigs. They're just, you just don't know what you're making, and they're really clever. I think I did that one in maybe a couple of weeks, and it was the first puzzle that I've actually done completely by myself. Neil didn't get involved in this one. So that was my 1,000 piece for February. Love that one. I'm not too sure, that was missing a piece as well. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with it now. I don't know whether to donate or keep it. I got this one, which was £1.99. This is a Destiny one. It's my first ever Destiny one that I own. And this one is like a Roman this one's like a Roman Empire one. I don't know what it's called. Doesn't say. It's just number 4 of the Destiny ones. Like that. Can you see? There's a lot of detail on this one. I think I'm going to really struggle to do this one. I picked up this one, which is one that I'm now currently doing. This is my first ever mystery one, and this is number 4. So I've got 4 of Destiny and 4 of mystery. This one's called Live Entertainment. And this is what it looks like. So again, I have no idea what I'm making. All of this stuff is still the same. And this person's in it. But so far I haven't got a clue what this is going to be. If you ever want to know what my puzzles look like, I always post them on Instagram once I've done them. If that's your sort of thing, if you're interested in what a puzzle looks like, honestly, I am like an OAP. I picked this one up, which was £2.99, but this was brand new, which is why I paid the price. This is a mystery puzzle as well. This one looks good. It looks like really good quality. Like, the box is just new and robust. So there we go. That's that one. And like I said, this one's like new, sealed in the box, sealed in the bag. And normally these go for like £6 or £7 on Amazon. So wash jigs are really sought after. I always go into charity shops and ask if they've got any more at the back. And this one is one that I've wanted for a really long time. This was £2.99, and this is a standard original wash jig, number 10. It's like the antique one. What's it called? Antique Hunt. And that is what that one looks like. So, yeah. So, that is my massive secondhand finds collective haul. I can't believe how many books I've got and how many puzzles, but I enjoy them. I can't remember what questions I've asked in the video because I've been talking for like 40 minutes showing you my stuff. I'm now going to go and have a wee, have a cup of tea and tidy up all this mess. As always, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment below, ask my questions, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!